Hello from Southern Ontario, Canada, May 3rd. Just checking that phone didn't flip around on me. I don't know how it does that. So, I just finished reading Klaus Schwab, The Fourth Industrial Revolution. It can be summed up in a couple of paragraphs. The disempowered citizen. The term disempowered citizen describes the dynamic emerging from the interplay of two trends, one empowering, one disempowering. I'm going to skip over his take on the peasants that would feel empowered by the whole WEF mindset. I'm going to skip over the ones who feel empowered by it. They want to be enslaved and in 15-minute cities and, chips in their arms and digital everythings, and they just want to be a digit, I guess. So the people who feel disempowered by Daddy Klaus's notions of how the world should run, at the same time, individuals, civil society groups, social movements, and local communities feel increasingly excluded from meaningful participation in traditional decision-making processes, including voting and elections, and disempowered in terms of their ability to influence and be heard by the dominant institutions and sources of power in national and regional governance. I'll come back to a couple of things here. At its most extreme, there's a very real danger that governments might employ combinations of technologies to suppress or oppress actions of civil society organizations and groups of individuals who seek to create transparency around the activities of governments and businesses and promote change. In many countries around the world, there is evidence that the space for civil society is shrinking as governments promote legislation and other policies which restrict the independence of civil society groups and restrict their activities. The tools of the Fourth Industrial Revolution enable new forms of surveillance and other means of control. So let's just take a couple, 2 or 3 sentences out of that and look at them again. People and groups and civil groups and individuals, blah, 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 their ability to influence and be heard by the dominant institutions and sources of power in national and regional governance. Well, obviously, in Klaus and Crew's mindset, governance has the power, the authority, and the concept that we elect officials to work for us, the people, it really isn't in the playbook. It's not in here anywhere. Governments might employ combinations of technologies to suppress or oppress actions of civil society organizations and groups of individuals who seek to create transparency around the activities of government and businesses and promote change. Well, this is a democracy. We're supposed to have transparency, Klaus. Klaus doesn't think that we should or do. The tools of the Fourth Industrial Revolution enable new forms of surveillance and other means of control. Yeah, okay. Here in Canada, of course, we can think about Bill C-21, the buyback program, Bill C-18, that the government decides what the free press is and isn't. What else? Oh, Bill C-11, where the government takes control over this media, so you don't hear any wrong think. Okay, so I'll leave that Klaus there at that. Yeah, Daddy Klaus. Anyways, tune in later today. I got to go into the library. I've got a couple of really interesting things, but I need 2 screens to do it. Anyways, please consider supporting the channel in whatever fashion you can, even if it's just hitting the like button. I'm your Uncle Carl, often bringing you the news first and diving deeper down the rabbit holes than anyone else does. I've got some good stuff. I've been doing some background research into CSIS before this governmental Chinese influence into our electoral process started, and the RCMP. And oh, bugs in your food, it's here now. But again, I got to go into town for all that. So, see you then.